Florida has mobilized more than 3,000 National Guard members ahead of Idalia. Governor DeSantis announced that they have over 2,000 high-water vehicles, as well as 14 aircraft and 23 small watercraft that can be used as rescue and recovery efforts will be necessary. Let's bring in Brigadier General William Temple with the Florida Army National Guard. Walk us through, please. It's great to have you with us here on Fox Weather, the National Guard's preparations, because I know, unfortunately, there are a lot of different threats across the Sunshine State from the coast, but also because of the intensity and the fast-forward speed of this storm, there are a lot of issues far inland.
Absolutely, Ian, and thank you for having me on today. I want to assure first the Floridians that the Florida National Guard is postured and ready for this storm, and more importantly, that the greater overall effort is led by our State Emergency Operations Center and is likewise prepared. As we continue to prepare for the storm and the storm surge going into these counties, the response efforts and the preparation efforts continue with our soldiers and airmen in pre-positioning both the personnel and the assets to respond to the storm.
The Florida National Guard does wonderful work. Unfortunately, you have a lot of practice. This is part of life, living down in the Sunshine State. But this particular storm has some elements that aren't necessarily normal, not for this point in the season, not for where we're expecting the landfall in the Big Bend and the Nature Coast, which is so prone, so vulnerable to storm surge. What kind of response are you preparing for that, with the possibility of a surge that could extend miles inland with a water rise of up to 15 feet?
So in the response for these counties specifically, because of the storm surge that you mentioned, up to 15 feet and along the rivers and tributaries. So we expect that we will have to use those 2,000 high water vehicles that you spoke of earlier, as well as aviation assets, to respond to the counties in response to flooding, as well as bridges being out and our citizens in distress.
We know that this is a very significant threat, still developing, still intensifying in the Gulf of Mexico, but the Florida Army National Guard standing by to help out as soon as this storm strikes. Brigadier General William Temple with the Florida Army National Guard, thank you for being with us on Fox Weather, and thanks for what you do.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.